In a quiet little village, hidden between misty mountains and thick green forests, lived a man named Thomas. Thomas was known by everyone around him. He was kind, warm-hearted, and always ready to help a neighbor in need. He believed with his whole heart that people were good, and that belief would soon be tested in the most painful way. One day, a stranger arrived in the village. His name was Victor. Victor was charming. He smiled easily, spoke confidently, and within days, the whole village loved him. He said he was a trader. He offered goods at prices no one could believe, and the villagers, including Thomas, were completely drawn in. Victor and Thomas became close friends quickly. Victor visited Thomas at home, shared meals with him, and talked about big dreams and business opportunities. Thomas felt lucky. He thought to himself, "This man is wise. This man is connected. This man is my friend." But sometimes, the people we trust the most are the ones we should watch the most carefully. Victor came to Thomas with a plan, a grand business venture, he called it. He promised enormous returns, life-changing money. Thomas had some doubts, small ones, quiet ones. But Victor's words were so smooth, so convincing, Thomas pushed those doubts aside. He gathered his life savings, every single coin, and invested. He even encouraged a few other villagers to do the same. Weeks passed, then months, and slowly, Victor began to change. He became secretive. He avoided questions. He gave vague answers and nervous smiles. Then one evening, Thomas walked to Victor's house to check on their investment. The door was open. The rooms were empty. Victor was gone, and so was every last bit of their money. The truth hit Thomas like a wave of cold water. He had been deceived, completely and cruelly. The villagers were furious. They blamed Thomas. They pointed fingers. His reputation, which he had built over a lifetime, crumbled overnight. He was left with nothing but regret, silence, and a very heavy heart. But Thomas was not a man who gave up easily. He made a decision. He would find Victor. He would get their money back. He packed his bag and set out alone, through rough roads, through strange towns, asking questions in every place he stopped. Months later, in a busy, crowded city far from home, Thomas found him. Victor was living under a different name, dressed in fine clothes, living as if nothing had happened. Thomas confronted him right there in the marketplace. Victor tried to run, but the crowd gathered and the local authorities were called. Victor was arrested. A long legal battle followed, and in the end, Thomas recovered a portion of the stolen money. He returned to his village. He repaid the villagers as much as he possibly could. The financial wounds healed slowly, but the emotional ones took much longer. Thomas was never quite the same man again, but he became something better, wiser, more careful, and more real. Years passed. Thomas grew into the wisest elder in the village. He shared his story with every young person who would listen, not to frighten them, but to guide them. He would say, "Kindness is a gift, trust is a treasure, but wisdom is the lock that keeps them safe." His story became a legend, a reminder for everyone that a good heart must always be guided by a careful mind. And that is the lesson Thomas left behind, for his village and for all of us. Thank you for watching, and remember, trust wisely. This is Fluent Harbor.